Alafia, and welcome to another iteration of the weekly ifascope. I'm Philip John Neimark, the founder of the IFA Foundation International, and I guess I have been doing this now for almost 40 years, offering it, by the way, at no cost or obligation to anybody who wants to tune in. That's what it's about. It's about having you come on board for all of this. So at any rate, let's take a look at this week's iteration. This week looked very promising. Oh, you already have a sense that it's not going to end up that way, huh? Well, it did look very promising. On the temporal everyday side, the cast was Ofun. And Ofun is all about wisdom and knowledge. Ifa, wisdom and knowledge. Very important difference. You can be told a million things. You can, get it from the world's greatest authority. But unless you have learned it through Ifa, unless Ifa, has come in here, inside you, to let you, feel, the decision that you're making, it really has no truth. So, all we had to do, or what we had to do, was to use our Ifa wisdom and knowledge, do that which we knew was right, not that which was expedient or easy to do, but that which we knew was right. On the emotional spiritual side, it was Otura, and Otura was, one, seek out people to give you a greater sense of empathy, of understanding what they thought before you acted. It didn't mean that you had to listen, to it, or to take it to heart. It simply meant you had to examine it. And it was also then a time for peace. Well, that all was very good, because when I cast to see whether it was on path or off path, the first cast, which was it on path, was an array, came out Ogbi Ofun. Ogbi Irosun. And that, has like a 95% chance of, being correct. And you feel, as a diviner, hey, this is going to work out all right. The people are, getting it, and they're doing it well, and then, boom, Ofun Meiji comes up for being off path. Ofun Meiji for being off path is a very strong sign, because it's a sign that somewhere we're missing what's going on. We're acting in their, in the usual, I would say, manner of, clicking it here and doing it there and getting it, over with or done with, and not a lot of thoughts going into this. Not a lot of thought at all. And on the emotional spiritual side, it's the same thing. We're acting impetuously. We're acting, unthinkingly. And it's going to bite us. Well, it's a disturbing Odu. But it became more disturbing when the question of what area of impact was most likely to be affected. And that was family. That's, somewhat frightening, but the Odu was Ogbi Meiji. And you sit there and you say, oh wow, these are two of the most explosive, meaningful Odus that we have. And we're in real trouble. Or we may be. So at any rate, that's what I was faced with. And I was greatly surprised to hear that it was not going to take a an elephant to be sacrificed. It's to put this from here to here. But it was a rather, simple offering. And that offering was black coffee to Orunmila. What did it mean? What was the purpose of it? What is it all? What's the tell here? What's the bottom line? Well, the bottom line is, as I say, we are acting both in a, temporal, physical way and in an emotional, spiritual way without thinking, without reaching out to the Ogbi Meiji, which is a sign not only of great import, but it's a sign of all kinds of streams of opportunities coming forth, going by us, but we're not looking. We're not paying attention. And I guarantee you, if we pay attention, we're going to be very, very pleased and very, very happy. And I guarantee you equally, if we don't, it's going to be a very, very tough week. And by the way, just as an aside, this may apply to more than one of our relatives. It can be a wife, it could be children, it could be an aunt, an uncle, whatever. Or it could be combinations of them. But stop being so embroiled and step forward and outward to look at the big picture, to look at your family, to look at the community you're part of, to get the things done that need doing. And of course, it's Orunmila. Orunmila being. And Orunmila, of course, makes the most sense. So, what it is for Orunmila is that you offer Orunmila black coffee. Not with cream and sugar, or not cafe au lait, but black coffee, because coffee speaks of being alert. It's telling us that which we're missing is there. It's not a big thing, except that we don't see it. So you take 2 white candles, not 1, but 2, preferably tea candles, but big ones if you'd like. Black coffee to Orunmila, and ask Orunmila to give you the wherewithal, the character, the good feelings necessary to branch out, to open yourself to what's there. And you'll find out it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Until next week, love and blessings.